What's up, Isaac? Welcome to the stream. And what is up, Clorox? Welcome to the stream as well. And Chill Greninja, welcome. I'm early. You are very early. We are just getting going here. What's up, Queen? Welcome to the stream. Magic Gaming and Salmo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Brazilian man, what is up? What is up? You lost your old account? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. No chat delay. Yeah, there is a little bit of chat delay. As well as I think if you tune into the stream after someone sent a message, you don't see it. But guys, we're gonna pass encounter 4,000 tonight. Like, I noticed that right when I booted up the stream that we're 50 encounters away from 4,000, which is kind of crazy. Delara Fox, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Should be doing homework right now, but you're watching someone hunt for an ultimate version of a lizard. Yeah, there you go. Adjusting my chair. 1 second. I think we should be good now. Should be good now. Yeah, I mean, you got your priorities in line, I would say, Fox. What's up, Ryle? Welcome to the stream, as well as Darren Wilkinson. Sorry for missing a few. Can you give update info on progress? So, depending on how long it's been, we've got Treecko, and we've got a Poochyena. That's about all that has really happened. I made some videos about the Shiny Badge quest, just like the general actual playthrough. I have to decide if I'm going to make the next one before we hunt for our third Pokemon, or if we hunt for our third Pokemon like tomorrow or something. So, let me know, guys. Do you want me to, like, do the next Shiny Badge quest hunt tomorrow, or start doing it tomorrow, and just kind of do it up near Whismur and Nincada and all those? Or do you guys want me to play until we get to Brawley and then do a hunt down near Brawley's gym? Granted, if we went to Brawley, we could go back if we really wanted to. I just want to see, like, how you guys would want that kind of scheduling to go. Because I'd have to know tonight so I can make the assets for tomorrow. What's my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon? Bidoof. Is that even a question? Honestly, but like, in all seriousness, actually, I don't know. I really actually don't know what Gen 4. It's hard for me to, like, I don't know. Gen 4 is one of the gens that, like, I have issues picking out the Pokemon from it specifically, instead of just, like, Pokemon that are newer than Gen 3, but aren't in Gen 7. Basically, that's kind of, like, the range of fuzziness for me there. That's kind of bad. That's kind of why I just went with Bidoof. Because I didn't want to go with a legendary. And Bidoof's enough of a meme. Oh, what's up, Mike F? Welcome to the stream. Start tomorrow Shiny Badge. So start hunting. Do the hunt tomorrow or do the record tomorrow? You want to donate 1 cent and charge back, but can't because you don't have a credit card. Why would you charge back, though? That hurts me a bit. Well, what's up, Sleepy Snorlax? Welcome to the stream. Hashtag Piplup. Piplup was my starter. So Piplup, I'd probably choose Piplup if I had to make a serious choice on that one. And hear about Ultra Sun and Moon reveals coming up. I hadn't heard Chef's Loft. I hadn't heard about anything new since the Manaphy trailer. Like, that was about the last bit of Sun and Moon information I heard. The current thing I need to remember to do in terms of Pokemon stuff is actually to get the Sinnoh Hat Pikachu. Because I have the original hat on my copy of Sun right now, and I have the Hoenn hat on my Moon. So I need to move my Hoenn hat to Pokebank and reset Moon, because like I'm only at the first trial, and pick up the Sinnoh hat. Don't want to buy a Nintendo DS and make other shiny hunts in X and Y Sun and Moon. I would love to get a capture card. I'm looking into it actually right now. Like, it's not a matter of me having a 3DS or anything. Like, I have my 3DS right here. I just can't capture footage from it. So I have to get a capture card, and those are a lot more expensive than a normal 3DS. And I'm so close to buying one. I said that I'd buy it after this weekend if I had enough money, and I have enough money. But even though I can afford it, it's still a lot of money. Like, to hit the button to actually buy it is like a big decision, and I kind of have been holding off on it. Have we got the Charmander yet? We have not, Thomas the Gamer. That is why we're still going for Charmander today. Yeah, we gotta get Charmander before we can do any other hunts, unfortunately. You know, even if we got like Zapdos or something, we got to Zapdos and wanted to do Zapdos, and it was just being a pain in the butt and it wasn't showing up, even though it doesn't increase our odds, we wanted to mix things up, we could continue on to like a different one and then come back. But you can't do that with a starter. Once you pick the starter, that's it. Did you know you can transfer Shinies from Pokemon Red and Blue to Gold and Silver? It just needs the right stats. Yeah, I did know that, Sugar Ninja. I did, and yeah, you can use the Poké Transporter and move them from the Virtual Console Gen 1 games up to the newest games. What's up, Lucas Gamer BR? Do I remember you? I do remember you. Welcome back to the stream. You're on the search for a shiny Totodile and gold, and it takes forever. Yeah, agreed. I feel your pain there, Mike. I feel your pain, because you have the same odds as our hunt right here. The full odds, 1 in 8,192, like, just brutal odds. Brutal. Shiny Charmander at 4,000. That'd be pretty crazy. I'd be happy with it. That'd be pretty crazy. But think about it. Like, we're still 500 off from it, but we're almost to the point that this hunt has been half as long as Treecko. And, like, we didn't start this hunt that long ago. At least, mentally to me, I say that, even though it's been like a month and a half since we started it. But, like, it just doesn't feel like Charmander's been going for nearly as long as Treecko was. Who wants a Shiny Silvally for Shiny Legends? Why? I mean, I'd love a Shiny Silvally, but I'm going to get my own through Type Null. Or all Gen 7 Shiny Starters. The Shiny Starters are like, if you want to get them without hatching, like you want to get them at the start of the game, it's a pain in the butt. And even then using Masuda at the end of the game, it took me forever to get Rowlet. Like, I think it was just the way I was grabbing eggs out of the PC. I got unlucky and like the shiny showed up and then I never ended up picking that egg. But like, yeah, it's just, sometimes Masuda method is so inconsistent for me. What's up, Vanillix? I'm finally able to come to the streams. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad you were able to make it. Yeah, I know you really couldn't tune into Mondays too much because I know you have band and stuff. But you're here now. That's what matters. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry to hear that, Vanillix. That really stinks, man. You know, it honestly, it feels like I haven't streamed in forever. Even though, like, I took the, like, Tuesdays a day I normally don't stream, and I stream Monday, it feels like I haven't streamed in forever just because, like, I didn't stream Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and then we did it once on Monday, and then we didn't do it on Tuesday. Like, it just didn't feel like we started up again. So hopefully we can start getting back in the groove here, now that we're back on the normal schedule. Oh, well, you don't have to do that, Clorox. It's your money. You would never have to do that. I honestly don't think like any decent streamer would like ask you to do that ever. Save your money. Don't need a capture. Fair enough, Dad. Fair enough. But it would be really cool. It would be cool. You're getting more and more hype for Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. I am too. I am too. With all the stuff that like started coming out, especially a lot of the stuff that came out in the newest trailer, like that Manaphy like video. It was like, okay, this is actually going to be a really cool game. More than like it's still basically just a refresh slash kind of sequel to Sun and Moon, but it's gonna actually have like a lot more stuff to do in it from the looks of it. You know, like, they made Manaphy not only just a ride Pokemon, but that mini-game, as well as they're adding those 400 Pokemon back to the games. Can you be mod? Like Vanilla said, the more you ask, the more likely you won't, pretty much. That pretty much sums it up, you know? Like, you know, mods aren't really, like, it's not like a status thing. It's like, intended to just be people that like I trust to be able to moderate. There probably are. That's why I said decent streamers. Like the ones, there are ones that do it for money for sure, but then there are the ones who just like want to play the game and stuff. Did I say man? I did just say Manaphy, didn't I? I did just say Manaphy. Manty. Yeah, yeah. I did indeed just say that. It is Mantine, yeah, it is Mantine. I don't know. That, yeah. Flubbed words. The stream's dying for you. Well, hopefully it's not something on my end. Imagine if Manaphy was a ride Pokemon. Yeah, this super rare Pokemon. Now suddenly everyone has it and can ride around on it anywhere they want to. Darren Wilkinson. If you guess right, will I name it Dazzo? The thing that I did, you know, that a whole, like, if you can guess the actual encounter, I'll nickname it whatever you want, thing that we did with Treecko, I unfortunately really can't do it with this Charmander, because right here is where I have to nickname it, and we don't know if it's shiny or not yet. It would look very strange. It would. I won't ever forget that Magikarp story. Yeah, I'm just imagining someone riding around on a Manaphy now instead of a Mantine. You're playing that song in your marching band show. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Feeling better from strep. Well, I'm glad to hear that, James. Welcome to the stream, by the way. When does USUM news come out? I actually don't know. Apparently new news is supposed to drop soon from what some people are saying, but I don't actually know. I generally don't find out that new news is about to like come out until it comes out. So I don't go searching for it as much as like a lot of other people. I just kind of wait for it to come out and like glance over it, not really dig too deep into it, because I would overhype the game if I like sat around and scoured through every single bit of news that came out, every article about it. So I just kind of like see some of the new stuff that's coming out to like keep my interest in the game, and then from there it's like, I guess we'll see. You don't look for it either. Yeah, like it's gonna be big enough news, and with a lot of the like forums and stuff I'm on, I'll see it as soon as it comes out. I don't need to be actively looking for it. It's going to be the only thing I see on my phone for like the entire day that it drops. Shiny Froakie and Alpha Sapphire in 3 weeks. Took 3 weeks to hatch via the Masuda method. Dang. Like, I say that it took a long time, and when I say Rowlet took a long time, I mean it took like a week of breeding. I do have the Cranidos. The Cranidos that I finally got, like the beginning of September, I had been on and off Masudaing for since like mid-May. And it basically took all summer to get one Cranidos. Now I have to go after another one. But with my 3DS being like as flaky as it is right now and just randomly shutting off, I kind of don't want to. You're trying to avoid spoilers too. Yeah, I've never really felt like... Most of the news I end up seeing, because like I say, I don't really like scour for news, and I don't read all the articles, I just kind of... Like the promotional videos that come out and stuff is pretty much what I see, and I'll see the occasional like poster that gets released. stuff like that, or like Koro Koro stuff. And it's like, that's enough for me. That's enough for me to be like, okay, this is interesting. I don't need to dig into the like background of the story that they're starting to give out and stuff like that. And I know there are some people who will like absolutely avoid every single bit of news. They'll try to avoid seeing anything beyond like the initial starter design. Like that is as much information as they'll take and the name of the region, and then from there they're like, I'm gonna play the game when it comes out. And more power to them, but that's just a little bit too excessive for me. Plus it's kind of just hard with the amount of Pokemon news I end up seeing regularly just in my news feed. It's kind of hard to miss a lot of the stuff, but yeah, I don't go digging for like all the information I can get. For the most part, I play the game, I enjoy it, and then once I get to the end of it, I start shiny hunting. Oh, what's up, Tutorial and Gaming? Welcome to the stream. How many hours has this hunt taken so far? I don't know, and I'm kind of afraid to count. This is like stream 21 or 22, and they average somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours a piece, so at least 2 days. Mainly curious about the new Ultra Beast types, aka the Clown and Wall. Yeah, I did see those, because those were during the Nintendo Direct that those came out. Yeah, those are interesting. If I had to choose a favorite of the two, it'd be UB Burst, just because Assembly is literally a fort. Like, that's... Even for an Ultra Beast, that seems a little bit, excessively funky. But, you know... Guzzlord was weird. But we got Guzzlord. So, I mean... It'll be interesting, and because I'm gonna pick up both games, you know, I'll end up with both of them for sure. You want the game to be a surprise for you? Fair enough, Vanillix, for sure. Yeah, like there's a lot of it that, granted, a lot of the just generic gameplay that isn't like as much story based. So, like doing the trials and stuff, I feel like it's gonna be very similar. You know, you might have slightly stronger Pokemon or slightly different Pokemon involved in some of the trials. Maybe the Totem Pokemon switch, I'm not sure. But that's about all you're going to get with that. The actual story itself, I think, is going to be a lot different, and a lot more of the stuff that happened around the time you got, like, Sugalia or Lunala is going to be expanded upon, I think, and maybe, like, kind of the UV stuff you did after the game ended is going to, like, get expanded upon as well and happen during the story. Did you hear what happened to Tom Petty? I did hear that. That was pretty tragic. What's up, Lego Glitcher? Welcome to the stream. Is Gary still a jerk in the Japanese version? I haven't gotten past trying to get the starter, so I wouldn't know. I'd imagine he is, though. Chorizo Gaming, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Let you do homework and don't bother you. Hey, well then, you're the one who's going to have to turn off the notifications, then. What's up, Jesus Alejandro Pacheco? Welcome to the stream. Benjamin Whitmore, welcome to the stream as well. If I get a shiny Trapinch in my Emerald, could I name it Rosie after your puppy? We'll see. If I remember, I definitely will. I think it'll be a while before we get to a place where we can hunt for a Trapinch, though. Like, that'll be multiple gyms in from where we are now. The Ultra Beasts are supposed to be weird and crazy. They're from another world. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I agree, and that's why, like, that's why I completely expect them to be, like, weird and funky and stuff. It's just, I don't know, Assembly's literally a fort. That one was kind of like, huh, I still think it's cool, it's just, it's a fort. You got 10 Z crystals, including Pikachu's Z crystal and Moon. Awesome. That's cool. UV Assembly is based off of Moku Mokurem, a yokai who possesses your house walls if you don't take care of it. Huh. I mean, I don't know if he's actually talking about Yokai Watch, or if it's just like, like, yokai is kind of like ghost spirit monster in Japanese kind of thing. Unless it is actually something from Yokai Watch, in which case, I wouldn't know, I've never played it. You're also known as Shiny Flygon. Yeah, yep. I figured. I know that your two account, like both of your accounts. It's a ripoff of Pokemon. I mean, like I said, I haven't played it. I wouldn't know entirely, but I feel like from what I've seen, it looks at least a little different. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played it, so I can't really jump to a conclusion or pass judgment on it. Yeah, Tom Petty passed away. He did pass away, what, like, either over the weekend or, like, Monday. I only played, like, 10 minutes when you're like, nope, I'm done. Oh, well, at least you gave it a shot. Like I said, I'm probably never going to give it a shot, just because at this point, if I'm buying games that aren't, like, Pokemon, I'm not going to be buying them for the 3DS, I'll be getting them on, like, my Switch. Megastaraptor would be the most broken Mega Evolution. Why so? It's like I said, Megas to me, I don't know, I was never, not really into the game when Mega Evolutions were at the forefront of everything. Need to pick up Pokken. Yeah, Pokken actually, like, released, didn't it? I still have the demo on my Switch, and I haven't even played it at all. Like, I downloaded it, I did the tutorial for the demo, and then from there I was like, oh, you only have, like, 12 games or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll hold on to it so I can, like, play with other friends who have no clue what's going on, and then I just really haven't touched my Switch over the past couple weeks, aside from like a round of Mario Kart on the bus, and that was literally it. That's like all I've used my Switch for in the past couple weeks. It's not Yokai Watch. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is like Yokai Watch got the name from like the Japanese word, so I wouldn't immediately make the comparison to Yokai Watch from that name. I'm making you watch the stream. I don't know if I can, like, actually force anyone to watch the stream. Otherwise, I'd probably have a lot more viewers. They're kind of breaking away from Mega Evolution. Yeah, for sure. They were already kind of starting to do that, even in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Like, even in ORAS, they were still already kind of, like, leaning away from it a little bit. Like, they gave you a couple stones, but for the most part, it was like, let's just leave those in X and Y. And then with Z moves and Alolan forms, not really Alolan forms. Alolan forms is just a weird thing. But with the Z moves and stuff, they've definitely added kind of like something that's not equivalent, but similar enough that like it's like Z moves are basically the Mega Evolution of Gen 7, in a sense. Like they aren't comparable at all, but like you get what I mean by that, I would assume. Staraptor can hit really hard and is a good outspeeder, hitting very hard and being very fast. Is it broken mix? Oh, okay. So like it can land massive punches before it can ever get hit. Fair enough. I see that. What's up, Payotrek? Welcome back to the stream. When should you make your Pokemon Sapphire stream randomizer? Whenever you have time, I would say. What's up, a great Raichu Shocks? Welcome to the stream. How like pizza? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, how do I like my pizza? Generally, just like cheese or pepperoni. Or else they kept the Mega Evolution hype, then Sun and Moon. There's Mega Evolution and Sun and Moon, but there's really no use for it. I mean, yeah, I don't really know how hyped up they were throughout the story of a. Like, I know they really weren't hyped in the story. It was just kind of a, oh hey, you can do this thing. Oh yeah, I guess fair enough. Thinking to like Primal Kyogre and Groudon, it kind of lends itself more to like promoting the Megas still. So fair enough there. I just never really, because I guess, you know, I'm not competitive, I never ended up really dealing with them at all in Gen 6. I just kind of played the story, and Sceptile had its Mega Stone, and my Primal Kyogre existed. That was about it. And yeah, in Sun and Moon, you can, you can trade the stones over with the Pokemon, so there's like definitely ways to get them. Or at least, can you trade the stones over? Like, can this be a held item in a trade? But I know you can get some, at least with the events. They've released a couple Mega Stones through like password events. But that's been about it. They really haven't done too much with them. What's up, X-Rider? Welcome to the stream. How am I today? I'm doing pretty well. How about you? Wyatt Reed Gaming. Did the stream just drop? Are we good, guys? Alright, it looks like we're good. It looks like we are good now, so I think we are going to get back at it. And what's up, Wyatt Regaming? Welcome to the stream. I was saying hello to you right as it dropped. Like, it wasn't... Like, I noticed my internet was kind of being a little bit flaky, but it wasn't like... It never showed I had no signal, and it never showed anything below, like, half quality. But yeah, then the stream just went away. Like, on YouTube even, it just, like, went offline. So I don't know what was up. Seems fine now. Good. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that, but looks like everything is working out. We're 10 encounters away from 4,000, guys. You feel bad for whoever made the top 10 Mega Evolutions for Sun and Moon. Like, made a video for them? Or, like, you just feel bad for people who made, like, the Megas, and then Sun and Moon happened. Oh, yes, okay. It's just making a video on it, it's like, oh, there are only, like... There are, like, no new Pokemon that got any. I mean, I didn't think you were talking about the games necessarily. I know, like, that's where a lot of people immediately think. But yeah, like, I've heard yokai before in other contexts that isn't like Yokai Watch. So I knew what was up there. Mega Stones can be traded. Okay, cool, yeah. Because I know they released some, but I've also seen like a couple of videos of, like, people that are like, look at what you can do with the Mega Stones in Sun and Moon, almost like it was hard to get them into the game somehow, but I guess they would just trade. Yeah, I would assume they'd just trade like a normal held item. You got a 5 IV Shiny Giratina today. That's awesome, Fire Dancer. Yeah, that's what I thought. I accidentally went to the nickname menu, so we're just gonna skip that. You're currently playing through Emerald, and you're at Falbor Town. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm still not too far in that Emerald playthrough, just because, like, we do the hunts and stuff, and when I play, I have to have time to record. I can't just be, like, hanging out online with friends doing it or something. I have to, like, specifically set aside 30 minutes to an hour to record it, and then edit it, and then process it, and, like, encode it and everything. It's just... It's a little bit more hectic than just playing the game. Yeah, no new ones were made. Gen 5 got 1 Mega and it was Audino. I mean, they pretty much only did it with Gen 6 and 3 Pokemon. Just because, you know, those are the two, and really Gen 6 and Hoenn Pokemon, just because those are the two, like, games that got released in the series. But Gen 3 got more Megas, or Gen 3 got Megas, well, because Gen 3 got a remake. That's why. Like, they remade, like, Black and White in Gen 6, and they were still hyping Megas. I could see them adding a lot there. But it was just, that was the ones that were, that was the, like, game to add them into. That was the hype games. What's up, Brody Fisher? Welcome to the stream. You're not going to try and get a shiny Litten with its hidden ability unless they release it. Yeah, that could be a pain in the butt, especially when you want, like, a certain ability and a shiny. Like, you'd have to reset, you'd have to, like, be soft resetting for the ability and then play through the game and then just breed with the hidden ability and hope you get it. Like, that's really your only option there. You've been busy, so sorry you haven't been on the stream for a while. Don't even know if I still remember you. I do remember you, Excited Mulk. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. Obviously, everyone has other things going on in their life besides just watching Pokemon streams. I mean, I had to take a break this weekend. I couldn't stream. You know, I can't stream on Tuesdays. Like, those days just don't work for me. That kind of stuff. So I completely understand when you guys, like, have stuff you have to do. Mega Mawile has to be the strongest Mega in Gen 3. What makes it so strong? Again, I don't really know Megas and I don't know competitive. Like, literally the only thing I ever use is Mega Sceptile. Just because they gave me the stone and I didn't have any other item on Sceptile. So I was like, okay, we'll do this. You only have Roxanne's, Brawly's, and Watson's badge. Alright, so you're still like 2 gyms ahead of me then. Just because we're literally only through the first gym. Still question why Audino is the only 5th generation Pokemon with a Mega nobody even cared about, since they were practically everywhere. Well, I mean, it's probably like, you know, Game Freak spends time designing every Pokemon. They kind of want, unless they really think a Pokemon was a mistake, they're going to want you to, like, remember it. So if it was a kind of meh Pokemon, they'll give it something else later on down the road. You're saying it'll be 4,000? We'll see, Wyatt. We'll see. Mega Rayquaza is the strongest. I mean, it's a legendary, so it's got pretty good stats beforehand anyway. And it does look pretty cool as well, I agree. Alright guys, encounter 4,000. It would be so cool if we got it, like, on this encounter. Oh, what's up, Nuno Bastos? Welcome to the stream. $4,000 wasn't a shiny though, unfortunately. That would have been pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool if we were able to get it like on 4,000, because we got Treecko on 9,300 exactly. Please 4,000. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Why? Unfortunately, it wasn't. Mega Rayquaza is banned in competitive play, and pretty sure it has access. There's way. I mean, there are a lot of Pokemon that are banned in competitive just because the way their stats line up. Like a lot of the legendaries are, just because like their base stats. A rip. Yep. It would be cool if we could get it by 4096 is the number that I'd like to get it by. You know, if I could get it in Gen 6 and Gen 6 up full odds, I'd be happy. And even then, I'd be happy if we got it before 5,000 and didn't go all the way out to like 8,000. I can't just say it's bad because there's like one thing that another super strong Pokemon can do against it. Audino is only useful with the high amount of experience, and that's it. Ah, okay. 4,500. We'll see. We'll see. We're not going to get that far tonight. We've gotten about 50 encounters in. A little bit, like, almost exactly 50 encounters in. So we're probably going to get right around, like, 41.25 or so tonight. Like, that's my guess, is that we're going to get to 41.25. Not that that's where we're going to get the Pokemon. We're going to get the shiny, but that's just... Unless we find the shiny beforehand, which I kind of hope we don't, because I don't have a backup. I still... Like, just the situation we're in right now, I don't have a backup. I don't have assets to just switch the stream over to, like, Whismer, even on a whim. Obviously, I can't play through the game to Zapdos in 2 hours. Yeah, it's just... In general, if we find the Pokemon, that's the end of the stream, unfortunately. So as long as it's not something that happens as quickly as Poochyena did. Oh, what's up, Fire Falcon? Welcome to the stream. You managed to sweep an entire team with a Clink Clang. You recently hatched early as a shiny. Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never been good at competitive. Like, the only times that I'm good at, I can like beat anyone who's playing competitively is when they also don't know what they're doing. Because when like my little cousin and I just pick teams, and I just I pretty much pick my shiny hunting team because it's my strongest. It's like the one team that has any kind of Pokemon I know their moves for on it. And like my cousin just had a random set of Pokemon too, and he almost swept me just because like, well, I managed to not get like completely wiped out, but like it's just, well, it's gonna be a bloodbath if anyone plays against me, and not in the sense that I'm going to destroy everyone, just that I'm going to get pummeled into the ground over and over again. You play Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red? Awesome, Wyatt, awesome. Yeah, Fire Red was actually my first Pokemon game ever, but I lost it. Like somewhere between the age of like 8 and 20, it disappeared. So unfortunately I don't have that one anymore. Otherwise we'd be playing on that because we could play in English. So instead we're playing on this Japanese Leaf Green cartridge that I own. We need a Mega Vanillix out here. What would that be? Would it just be like more ice cream in the cone? When will I ever hatch my first shiny... when will I ever hatch my shiny Pokemon? My favorite shiny Pokemon? I haven't had to hatch it. I actually hunted for Feebas to get a Milotic. Because like Milotic is my favorite shiny of like all time. So as soon as I figured out like I could hunt for it and where to hunt for it in Sun and Moon, and also when I figured out what its shiny looked like, because Milotic was just a cool Pokemon, and I said, hey, let's look at what its shiny is, and I saw it and was like, well, we're hunting that right now, and figured out where I needed to go, and immediately caught 2 Feebas so that I could get it, or 2 shiny Feebas so that I could have a shiny Feebas and a shiny Milotic, and yeah, so I already have it, at least in my copy of Sun. If I did ever get to the point where I did shiny hunts in like on 3DS games and stuff, we might do it again just because I don't know if there would be any point where I'd be like, I'm not gonna hunt something, guys, because I already caught it like off camera somewhere. Like I feel like my shinies are like a different thing from the stream shinies, essentially. If that makes sense. It would be a Neapolitan ice cream, but its name is Vanillix. Like you can't make a Vanillix into chocolate ice cream. That just goes against the name. Why was Rayquaza given a Mega? It's broken and is sweeping teams until this day. Because, well, on one hand, like I said for Odino, it's like Pokemon that people are kind of like, about, they treat super specially. They also do it for, like, the iconic Pokemon of the generation. Like, you can't... Like, how much special treatment has Charizard gotten just because it's popular? How much special treatment has Pikachu gotten? And the Pikachu line just gotten because it's, you know, popular. Same thing's gonna happen with, like, the box art legendaries. You know, when the main trio in the game, is like, you know, neglected, people are going to be upset. So they have to treat it well. It doesn't matter. I personally think it does matter a lot. Because Rayquaza was related to the story, it's a fan favorite. Exactly. That's kind of what I was trying to say. Where it's like, on one hand, Game Freak wants you to love all the Pokemon they had. But at the same time, they can't neglect the Pokemon that people already love, otherwise people are going to be very upset with them. Charizard has 2 Megas. Exactly. Like, because Charizard is like one of the most iconic Pokemon, if not the most iconic Pokemon, maybe next to Pikachu, it's gonna get special treatment. I imagine if Raichu wasn't a thing, Pikachu would somehow have a Mega. They can give a Mega Vanillix a slight brown or pink color representing either chocolate and strawberry. They could do that. I still think it'd be like more like double the ice cream. Like, that's my personal thoughts on it. Or like put hot fudge on top of it. The old Treecko in the anime was so weak and old it couldn't evolve for some reason. That's weird. You really want a Mega Haxorus? I really want this. Or you want a Mega Haxorus? I read that as shiny. I don't think they're gonna add any more Megas, unfortunately, unless they like get to the point they do Gen 6 remakes. Or there's some special reason to bring them back. I don't think we're gonna see new Megas anytime soon. Where's the Mega Pikachu? Exactly. That's called Raichu. But yeah, no, like, honestly, yeah, if Pikachu wasn't, like, the base / like, second level evolution, if it was the final evolution of its line, I guarantee you it would have a Mega right now. Game Freak flat out ignores Chestnut and Delphox by giving it a very useful ability and form. By giving it, I don't follow that, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm like missing a word or something, but I can't. I'm not following that. You either want a Mega Volcarona or a Chandelure. Like, I would love to see new Megas. I always like seeing new forms of Pokemon, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. Like, unless Game Freak completely throws us for a loop and goes, boom, new Megas for, like, everything in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. We're not going to see them for a while. Its shiny is pretty cool. I agree with that. You have 2 shiny Haxorus, 2 from Black and White 2, a shiny Frankster, and 2 shiny Axew. Awesome. That's cool. That is awesome. I couldn't even list that. I know I don't have duplicates of anything. Well, I have 2 duplicates. I have 2 Pikipeks and 2 Kangaskhans. Or not 2 Kangaskhans, no. 2 Pikipeks and 2 Golducks. But every other shiny that I have is like unique, the only one of it I have. I've caught, several. I caught 3 Pikipeks, but evolved, them in a Trumpeak and Toucannon. Hatched 3 Rowlets, made it Dartrix and Decidueye, that kind of stuff. But, like, in the PC right now, on my copy of Sun, I don't have a lot of duplicates. I only have the 2, and that's because I random encountered a Pikipek and Golduck. After I had already done the hunt for those lines. Oh, what's up, Chronicles? Mega Snorlax. That would be the best Pokemon ever. You're Mega Evolving. Suddenly, you're even, like, lazier and harder to wake up. Could it be game-breaking? Defense so through the roof that it becomes, like, -1. You're referring to Greninja. Oh, they ignore the other 2. Okay, I get you now. Yeah, that's... I mean, Blastoise and Venusaur, the only reason they aren't completely forgotten is because they're the original 3. They're in the original 3, Like, that's just what happens when you're paired, when you're, like, kind of the complement or, like, in a group with a Pokemon that is so, like, you know, above and beyond popular. What's up, Mr. Callie? Welcome to the stream. It's another Charizard down to the Black Shinies. I never made that connection. I don't think that's intentional, but yeah. I mean, obviously I doubt it's intentional, seeing as they made the Shiny before they released the game. But yeah, it's definitely, like, one of the most popular Pokemon. I mean, how many people in this chat have you seen with the name Greninja, like, with Greninja in their name somewhere? What's up, Louise Gamer? Welcome back to the stream. Actually glad they didn't add it in Pokken. Yeah, just like, so it's not literally in every single thing. I get you. If there were a Mega Snorlax, what type? You're thinking flying and normal. Yes, give the Snorlax the ability to fly. That would be amazing. Pure Dragon type. Oh boy. Like, has brand new moves, like some like Dragon Yawn or something. I don't know, I feel like they just want to, like, put in random Pokemon into those games. Should be Delphox. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they would do it that way, but yeah, they... I don't know, I mean, what? It's, the, like, completely not official, fan-fighting Pokemon game. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it looks like Combuskin instead of, like, Blaziken. I don't know. Dragon Yawn. There we go. Dragon Yawn. It's like a move that it just randomly uses while it's asleep, and at the very least, instantly makes the other Pokemon fall asleep or burns them. And most of the time, it's like a one-hit KO. Like, it just has massive special attack. Like, it does a massive amount of special damage. You chose Fennekin when you played X. I chose Froakie, without having any Greninja hype. I honestly, at the time, I will admit, did not even realize that Greninja was the final evolution. I just like, Froakie looks kind of cute, and I picked it. And I hadn't made it far enough in the game. I hadn't made it far enough in my copy of Y for it to have evolved in Greninja yet. The Pokemon fell asleep and then the Pokemon fainted. There you go. Delphox is the magical lizard fox. True. Dragon Slam. There we go. Braixen is more powerful for certain unsafe reasons. I read popular is powerful too. I don't know. Losing it today, guys. Losing it. The week already feels like it's almost over, even though we're only halfway through it. I'm going to blame that on all of my classes on Friday being canceled. I personally don't like Braixen. I can't think about what I can't think of what it looks like. Razu Eyes GT, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope we'll get the shiny Charmander early. You just recently started hunting Charmander in Leafgreen as well. Well, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Hopefully you can get a shiny Charmander yourself. I'm hoping to get it this stream. That would be awesome. But like I said before, at risk of sounding like a broken record, I would love for it to show up anytime not in the next 30 minutes. If it could wait 30 minutes before showing up, I would be happy. I would be very happy if we get the stream at least like the hour 15, hour 30 minute mark before I'm like, well, before I decide that, like, before I have to end it. Because I don't have a backup tonight. Because Emerald, we're doing the hunt tomorrow. We're starting the hunt in Emerald again tomorrow, so I need to make those assets. I don't have those right now, and those take, like, they don't take a lot of time compared to some things, but they take more time than I can, like, just do on stream. So I'd have to like end the stream for a bit and come back up, and at that point the stream would pretty much be dead, so it'd be like not really worth bringing it back up. And I can't hunt anything else in Leafgreen until we get to Zapdos, which is definitely more than a 2-hour adventure. Agree this week, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I had like a busy weekend, so that kind of like led into it a little bit, I guess. So I was already exhausted Monday, and that carried into yesterday. So today, I'm like simultaneously finally getting into the week and ramping down, so it's like I'm completely thrown off. And just screwing with me everywhere. If it was a Delphox, it would help you better in contests. But when have the characters in the anime been known to actually, like, have the most optimal strategy? What's up, Sharon? Welcome to the stream. What aspect of anime do I like? Like, just anime in general? I don't know. I just, there's so many different shows that, like, I don't know. It's hard to, like, pin that down, but, like, the first, when I, like, watched my first anime, I was like, oh, this is cool. So I, like, watched another, and I was just, like, hooked, and it was almost, like, just unexplainable. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch a lot of this now, and... Oh, you mean the Pokemon anime? I haven't seen it. I have not seen more than, like, 4 episodes of Indigo League since I was, like, 10. And back then, I just kind of watched whatever half of an episode was ending when I turned on the TV. So I really don't have an opinion on the Pokemon anime. I need to watch it. It's just so long that it's hard for me to start. Imagine if Magikarp had a Mega. Just suddenly knows like Mega Splash. Can jump higher. Suddenly much larger. Well then, yeah, no, like, that's the thing. I really need to watch it. I really do. I sat down and like been like, alright, I'm gonna start this, and then I don't even turn on the show before I get distracted, and then I'm like, probably a good thing I didn't just start a multiple 100-episode show. Like, for the most part, there's so many shows I have like on my like list that I plan to watch. There are 12 episodes that like will hold my attention just long enough for me to watch them all the way through. That it's kind of hard for me to sit down and start like an actual long show. It's better to watch the new movie coming out than watching the anime all over again. It talks about Ash's beginning of journey. Well, I'm gonna watch the whole. When I watch it, I'm going to watch the whole thing. You know, I'll watch recaps knowing that they're recaps and that literally nothing in it is new. So for me, it won't be like. I probably won't. I don't know. I probably won't end up watching that movie right when it comes out. I don't even know. I believe the closest like showing to me is multiple hours away. So I don't even know if, and like it'd be during school. So it's like I really can't do that. I really can't go see it when it comes out in theaters. And when I will be able to see it will be when it's like just as readily available as the rest of the anime is now. But yeah, it is kind of like a retelling of the beginning. I should do a weekend binge watching them. Maybe. The thing is, like, I don't know, whenever I'm in like the mood to do something like that, I end up just sitting at my computer and playing a video game. So it's just hard for me to... It's not really hard, it's just... I never end up like in the mood to watch something and not be in the mood to do something else. Alright, it looks like the stream dropped, but it came back. Looks like we came back. I don't know what was up there. All right, looks like you're fixed. Gonna give it a second. Yeah, I believe we're good. Stream myself watching it, but don't stream the actual anime. There we go. Just like literally only my face cam. No sound, no video from the show, just me sitting and watching it. Not reacting to chat, just watching it. Because I know it's on Netflix, but I know at least Indigo League on Netflix is only dubbed. Like they don't have like the subbed version, which I'd like to watch it subbed actually. So I don't think I'll be able to watch it on Netflix, but yeah. So I'd be like reading subtitles, and so I wouldn't be able to pay attention to chat. So it'd literally just be like me blankly staring at a screen the whole time. That would be boring. You mean just like sitting and watching me watch TV would be boring? One boring stream, yeah, exactly. That's the joke, exactly. And in terms of the copyright, YouTube is actually pretty terrible about about flagging copyrights while like you're in the middle of watching something. Or what I do is I just label it it's a stream where like Ian reacts to the Pokemon anime. So it's all about my commentary on top of the anime, and I just make myself the main thing and stream the video on the bottom. There we go. That's how we get around that, guys. That's how we'll do it. Don't read subtitles. Why not read subtitles? We will get you some news today, but don't know when and don't know what to expect. I didn't hear about anything coming out today. Like, I didn't hear about anything coming out until like the stuff drops. I almost said the Manaphy video again, even though it's Mantine, and yeah, I don't know. I now refuse to believe that it isn't Manaphy, and that when they actually ship the game out, it's going to be a surprise, and everyone's going to have Manaphy as a rideable Pokemon instead of Mantine. I should do a Soul Link. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but not right now for sure. I'm finding that even like the Shiny Badge quest is more than is like enough for me to almost be overwhelmed with like recording stuff. You have the sound of the anime while watching it with the face cam only. So just give it a little while until YouTube recognizes the sound and mutes the entire stream. Look on Serbia. I mean, it also depends on time zones. It may be like it releases today for some part of the world, but it's still like, but for them it's already the 5th. I'm not sure. I believe there's this thing where you can connect with people around the world and watch together, but online. Yeah, there are probably a lot of places you can do that. I know, not exactly like favored by like the content creators, but like pretty much anytime you go on YouTube, you can find like a Rick and Morty or Family Guy stream where everyone's just sitting in there talking about the show, and they're just running the episodes continuously. They wouldn't copyright it. It's not necessary. They wouldn't. I mean, I guess for the TV show, it's just different in general. Like music, if they detect they can detect music fairly well, and they will like strike you for that, and like midstream strike you for that, or like when the video uploads and processes afterwards. I do a Shiny Badge quest. Want to get that Shiny Charmander. I'm not gonna do one in Leafgreen, unfortunately, just because like I said, the Emerald one's already enough for me. Plus, this game's obviously in Japanese, and I'm learning Japanese, so having this is kind of like a kind of study tool, essentially. As weird as it sounds to like legitimately and sincerely say that playing Pokemon's a study tool, having this in Japanese and being able to like sit by myself and play at my own pace and read along will actually be pretty beneficial. So I'm gonna stick to just playing this one by myself until we get to like Zapdos, and then I'll obviously stream that and Articuno and Moltres and all that stuff. Be right back. See you in a bit, Sharon. Just delete the archive. There we go. Don't even let it upload. Just never end the stream. Just continuously watch it and never end the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. But just like, yeah, because also with this game, if I did a shiny badge, I can't do a shiny badge quest actually with this one. The reason we can even do it with Emerald is because Emerald's RNG is broken. If Emerald's RNG wasn't broken, I wouldn't have done my badge quest in there either. It would have been like, Treecko, alright guys, we're at like Rayquaza. And that would have been it. That pretty much would have been where we went with that. Just because Emerald has the busted RNG, which means that we actually kind of have a form of hunting through RNG manipulation and kind of force the shinies to appear at certain time frames. But we can't do that in Leafgreen. We can't do that in Leafgreen, so it would literally be us running around in the grass until we got lucky. Like, there would be absolutely no way for us to, like, properly shiny hunt in Leafgreen. Because they didn't add any, like, legitimate and intentional forms of shiny hunting until Gen 4. So it's already kind of weird. It's already kind of an anomaly that we can do a shiny badge quest fairly efficiently in Gen 3. Because while you're streaming, they can copyright you. When it uploads, they can. Yeah. That's kind of the weird thing, and that's why, like I said, you see those just, like, continuous streams of whatever, because it's, like, eventually what ends up happening is, like, the channel can enable all these things because it has enough viewers and subscribers and stuff, and make a little bit of money before they have to just tear it down. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the content, I think. A lot of times what ends up happening is the audio gets copyrighted in the middle of a stream, but it doesn't, the video doesn't. It's a lot harder for YouTube to notice video. And in terms of the, uploading thing, all you're technically doing right now is watching the live upload. Because as soon as the stream ends, it goes into processing, and then publishes. While when I upload a video, it obviously upload, then process, then publish. Because like the stream is live and it's live video, so it would happen during processing. Or just generally having someone actually flag the video. But yeah, they can do it with music. If they can detect copyrighted music in a video or in a live stream as it's going, because I know a lot of people have had issues with like things like Guitar Hero and stuff. You know, when you're playing Guitar Hero and the main thing you're doing is listening to music, that's the whole point of the game, YouTube doesn't have a way to distinguish between, you know, oh, this dude's listening to music. Like, they can't distinguish, like, when they're streaming and processing the audio for that, they can't distinguish between, let's say, I was playing, you know, music in the background of my stream. They can't distinguish between that and someone playing a video game where that music's part of the video game. So, to be rather be safe than sorry sense, they kill the music. They kill the music for both types of things. He'll flag me if I do this place. I'm playing it very safe already. Since like YouTube just removed my channel randomly, I'm going to like make sure there's absolutely no reason for it to legitimately get removed. Just so, like, if any oops happens again in the future, they can't look at it and go, well, technically, you do have this other thing on here. You know? I'd rather be completely in the clear. Anything else? Where is everyone? Or, I'm talking about the stream. Yeah, the Charmander streams have always been a little bit quieter and just generally like less popular than like Treecko streams were. I think partially because Leafgreen's not actually a category on YouTube. There's no like category. There's no game like officially listed by YouTube in YouTube Gaming for this. So I don't think it gets like recommended as much as things like Emerald does. Plus, there's just generally been less people here since the whole YouTube banning issue. Because of that, like, after that day, we had like one stream where it came back and it was kind of strong, and then after that it kind of fizzled out again. Maybe I could do it on Twitch. Twitch is a better like live stream reporting system though. Like they're not like, for the same reason that they can better distinguish between me playing copyrighted music and me doing like Guitar Hero stuff, they'd be able to tell. They'd be able to tell pretty quickly, and they would stop it. He would join if it does. That was a complete hypothetical joke, and we just went off on a tangent for probably a good like 10-15 minutes on that. Twitch isn't as strict with copyright as YouTube is. Yeah, definitely. Twitch is a much more relaxed place, because a lot of times the deal is YouTube makes money off the content as much as the creators do. Twitch doesn't really make as much money off the content. They make it off of all the like, they know that, you know, the money in streaming is going to be coming from donations and like, you know, subscriptions, and in like YouTube's case, sponsorships, stuff like that. That's where you're going to get the money with Twitch. So it's not, they're not making the money off the content as much, so they're not as concerned about the content. Obviously they have their own guidelines and their own rules and stuff, but they are a lot more lenient than YouTube, where YouTube is entirely about uploading videos and people watching videos and advertisements being played against videos. So they're going to be a lot more heavy-handed on making sure their videos aren't like illegal. Oh, what's up, Shadow Pokemon? Welcome to the stream. I should try it sometime. I don't think I would. I don't think I would, because I'd already be getting my stream for the video from probably a less than like above the table places. Because, you know, like you mentioned Netflix and stuff. Netflix only has it in English. I would watch it subbed, even if I streamed it, I'd watch it subbed. So that would already be a barrier. So like Netflix doesn't have that. Crunchyroll, which is like my next go-to, doesn't have it. So it's like, well, I got to go to somewhere like Kiss, where Kiss is already like Kiss Anime is already going to move their site to like different domains because they've gotten in trouble in like every country they've been in. You need to watch the Hoenn and Johto anime. I still need, like I said, I need to watch 2. I need to watch all of it. Why am I going to watch it subbed? Again, Japanese. Also, I don't know. Whenever I watch, like, dubbed anime, and it's obviously dubbed anime, like, there's a difference between something where the audio is in English, and it was written for it to be in English, and something where they take it and they dub it. Like, even, like, super high-quality ones, it's still noticeable. It's still noticeable. And it throws me off a bit. You finally got a shiny Sunical. Awesome, Shadow Pokemon. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, I also almost all the anime I've watched subbed. I've watched like maybe 2 things dubbed, and I think they were both Ghibli movies. But whenever I don't know, it's just like, I don't know if it's just like bad dubs that I've seen, but also, you know, the same. I don't know if it's just bad dubs I've seen, it puts like a bad taste in my mouth. It's put a bad taste in my mouth, or it's like, it's also for sure partially, you know, same reason that I own a Japanese Leafgreen and I'm going to play it to read it, hearing the Japanese audio, even if it's obviously over the top, like cartoony accents and intonations and dialects and all that, and it's not natural Japanese at all. It's still listening and being able to pick out vocab and grammar points that I need to remember. It's way easier to watch it in English because usually the subbed English is incorrect. Usually the dubbed English is even more incorrect to match the voice. You just gotta find, like, the legitimate subs. You can't... Obviously, yeah, fan subs are gonna be weird, but for the most part, like, subs are decent. There's professional companies that do subbing. And I mean, I'm saying that as someone who's come from the place where, legitimately, now that I know very elementary Japanese, will refer to the Japanese to pick up on things, because I've seen some pretty cruddy dubs, or not dubs, subs, where, like, it's not even proper English. Like, it was someone who translated, pretty much anytime you get, like, someone who's subbing, and they're subbing from, like, their second language to their native language, it's going to be a lot better than someone who's subbing from their native to their, like, second. And Japanese Ash is annoying. I haven't heard him, so I wouldn't know, but I also really haven't heard, I don't really remember what, like, dubbed Ash sounds like either. So I'd rather just go to the Japanese one, because once you get caught up, the Japanese one subbed releases like a week earlier than dubbed, pretty much. So there's, or Satoshi if you're a real Japanese man. Exactly. That's the one thing I'd have to get used to is Satoshi instead of Ash. You like that more than Ash? I mean, I know that they did it because they, like, Americanized the show and they localized it entirely, but, like, most dubs leave the names. Like, you could have left the names, like, the same as they were in the original and have been fine, but they didn't. And what are you gonna do about it? At this point, Ash is an iconic name. You can't exactly change that. You can't sing the Alolan Ash's voice and in some part of Hoenn. Did they, like, change voice actors, or did, like, the VA just do something different during that part? Sorry, guys. Had to check something. You can deal with English? I don't know. I think I can deal with bad voices better when they're in, like, Japanese, because then I can just kind of focus on the subtitles and not worry about the voice and still read it. If I don't like the voice, I don't have to pay attention to it. I just have to read, and that's all I need to do. But, like, I think that's one of the things with dubs is, like, I start paying more attention to the voice, and when it's, like, the super over-the-topness, like, it's English, so I recognize that it's super over-the-top, as well as it's English, and it's the only way I can hear what they're saying is by actually listening and hearing all the, like, over-the-topness. They fired Veronica, who was the best voice actor, and now it sucks. It sucks that they're changing it too much. They did do a lot with Sun and Moon. Like, they really messed with it for sure. Like, they completely changed up the art style of it. Which, like, I don't know. I almost forgive because, like, some of the animation I've seen, like, you know, animation and art style are different things. But, like, the actual animation and motion is kind of, like, so cartoony and over the top that it's like, okay. I almost see it. I almost see it working. But I don't know. It really does just kind of feel weird. And I'd rather they have stuck. I also agree. I'd rather them have stuck with the original, like, art style that they've been working on. Poor Veronica Taylor, you miss her. I mean, how was she the one that, like, did it from the beginning, or was it, like, at some point in the middle that she switched in? Because I do remember, like, I remember what Ash sounded like from the parts of Indigo League that I saw, but that was about it. You want to meet her? I'd say you could probably find her at, like, a convention somewhere, but if she's, like, voiced Ash, if she was at a convention, it'd be a pretty big one. But also, if she no longer is Ash, she may not be at conventions anymore. She did in Kanto and Johto and some of Hoenn. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's probably the voice that I do remember slightly for Ash. Because I didn't see, I know I haven't seen anything past Hoenn. And the stuff that I did see from like Indigo League and I guess part of Advanced Generations was very sparse. Like I didn't see much of it because it was like never on TV when I watched TV. She had the original Ash voice in Johto and all of Hoenn. She stopped at Sinnoh. Okay. Voice was good in Sinnoh, don't know why they changed it. I don't know, sometimes it's like, most of that's probably like behind the scenes contract stuff more than anything. It's not like they're like, oh, it's good, do you want to switch it? It's like, it's a money thing. You know, it's a money thing, either, you know, either the studio wanted to charge less or the voice actor wanted more, and at that point, like, they think they have more pull than they do, and it just ends up they don't, and it doesn't work out. Because Pokemon fired her. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it may have just been... It may have been like, oh, they found someone that would do it cheaper, or they found... Or, like, she wanted to do it for more. Stuff like that. Or they may have honestly just made the, like, let's change something that's worked for several years. You never know. You never know what's going on in someone's head. Or, in someone's head during a decision like that. What's up, Matthew Poole? Welcome to the stream. I mean, Vanilla's, I don't know, but just like, it may not have been like a hard cutoff. Maybe she kept doing episode, like, they may not necessarily, well, no, never mind. I was going to say they may not necessarily like record them in order, but I'm pretty sure with the way dubbing would be done, they would end up recording and dubbing them in order. The worst decision they ever made. One thing I will say is, over the weekend I ended up like going to my family's house, and like my cousins were there, and one of them was on the couch watching the Sun and Moon anime on the TV. So I was like, oh, I'll look at this for a second. And as soon as I heard Lily talk, I was like, that's not the voice I had imagined her having at all, like at all. Like straight up, I was like, I'm going to stop watching now before that becomes the voice in my head for Lily. Like, I'm just going to stick to the one that, you know, I had when I played Sun and Moon the game, and not think about the anime one. Just chilling a few more days until Dragon Force, going straight after work on Sunday. Awesome. And the hunt's going pretty well. We passed 4,000 today, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping, I'm to the point now where I'd be satisfied with the length of the stream if we did get the shiny, so back to actually hoping we get it. We haven't soft reset over anything, and I haven't messed up the menus too badly. Newer Ash voice actor is okay. Okay, but I'm assuming, but still not like the best. I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, Lily's voice in the anime is... Oh, you know, like, I didn't... Like, you're probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I didn't like it. I don't know. It's not a voice that I pictured her having, but that's probably because, you know, there's basically been a year that I've had this voice in my head for Lily whenever she's on the screen, and suddenly that's not the voice she has. It's just like, it was very jarring. Like, I was almost expecting her to immediately start talking in the voice I had picked out, but then nope. Nope, not at all. All the time, all the time. No, I need to go back. I do need to reset my copy of Moon and grab the Sinnoh Hat Pikachu by the end of the week. So, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that voice stuck when I get to any part where Lily has dialogue. Don't forget to save. Oh boy. I won't forget to save it. We get the shiny. Seeing as we have nothing else that we can do, it's going to be an immediate save. Because I don't think I need to battle the rival. I could have sworn I looked at it, or I clicked to look at it, but then like immediately backed out of the menu. Yeah, I think once we get the Pokemon, we don't have to immediately battle the rival. Oh wait, no we don't. We don't, because we're already in the start menu. Like, yeah. What am I thinking? It's like, for whatever reason, the summary is allowed, but the save menu is not. Yeah, we're going to immediately be able to save once we get this shiny. Yeah, because we can save right here. I'm feeling pretty confident about my prediction, guys, on the number of encounters we get to. I was saying like 4125 to 4150, something like that. And from the looks of it, that's going to be pretty dead on, I would say. Imagine if you battle and lost my shiny. That would be bad. That would be very bad. Yeah, so we are going to save the moment we get our Pokemon. Not gonna leave it up to any kind of chance. Don't have to win. Yeah, but still, I'd rather not lose the first battle, or at least save before we lost the first battle. I just don't want to, like, accidentally soft reset, or accidentally be like, alright guys, we're done with the stream, and hit the power button and then realize, oh no. Like, that would be worse than anything else. It's like, just be like, well, we lost it because of my own stupidity. Your first rival battle. Yeah, I know you don't have to win it, but still, it would be nice. Worse than a Nuzlocke or shiny Nuzlocke. Still not doing one of those. Still refuse, and will continue to refuse to do one of those. This one is shiny. We'll see, Tron. We'll see. Oh no. What's oh no? Really hoping that one was going to be a shiny, but it was not. What have you done? What have you done? Don't blame me for your reaction to shiny Nuzlocke. Yeah, like, even if I did one, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't release it. I'd just put it in the PC until the end of the Nuzlocke, and then trade it up to the newer games. I wouldn't touch it. I'd follow the rules of the Nuzlocke in that sense, but I wouldn't like reset my save or anything like that. That would be awful. Like, legitimately the worst thing. Nuzlocks are the scariest things. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Nuzlocke is not really my thing. What's a shiny Nuzlocke? It'd be a Nuzlocke where you only catch shinies. Imagine doing my shiny badge quest, but making it a Nuzlocke as well, essentially. So you have to catch shinies, or like you're only allowed to catch shinies, and every other rule of a Nuzlocke applies. So basically, if it faints, you have to release it. You can't just like put it in the PC. You have to release it and never use it again, never be able to use it again. And not about that life. Not gonna do that. Yeah, no thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Like, nope, nope. Regular Nuzlocks are already rough enough as it is. Don't make it a super rare Pokemon. Yeah, don't, yeah, no. I wouldn't. Never would I do that, Vanillix. Only allow yourself to catch shinies in my Emerald. You can use other Pokemon, just not battling with them. What do you mean? Only allow myself to get shinies in Emerald. That's kind of what I've been doing, Tron. That's kind of what I've been doing. The only Pokemon, yeah, that I'd considered trying to get that wouldn't be shiny would be a synchronized Ralt with the Bold Nature, because that is essentially a shiny hunting tool. If I can have a synchronized Ralt with Bold, then we can start forcing those forcing the encounters I want to happen a bit faster. The shinies must flow. I know we need to get a lot of shinies, but they most certainly don't need to show up in a Nuzlocke. Hope you get a shiny. Bye. Well, see you later, Shadow Pokemon. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope to see you again soon, man. You finished a Heart Gold Shiny Lock with your friend, and it was a rough for both of you. Yeah, like Nuzlocks, when they start going wrong, can start going very wrong. So, I generally avoid doing them. Hit us with some Pokepuns or jokes or memes. I mean, you guys are welcome to. I am terrible at all those things. I'm like not the person to go to if you're looking for like just out of the blue, no context jokes or anything. The only time that I'm ever decent at jokes is like occasionally I will think of something that is like amazing in the context of the conversation. That's about it. Like, just regular jokes or puns that I make are legitimately awful. Not even in, like, an ironic, that was terrible, but funny because of how bad it was way. Just sad levels of bad. Not terrible enough that it's funny in its own right for how terrible it is. Just, like, you can tell that I tried, and it didn't work, and you're just gonna cringe. Hope the rest of the hunts after Charmander are a lot easier. That would be nice. Unfortunately, they aren't going to just like naturally be easier in the same way that things like Poochyena were, because there's no RNG to kind of manipulate here. It's always going to be the 1 in 8192. So that's just gonna be something we have to deal with. We barely won the Nuzlocke. Well, at least you won it at the end of the day. That's what really matters. Oh, Sacred Gold. Sacred Gold's a harder version of Heart Gold. How'd they make it harder? They like either beef up trainers and stuff, or do they like remove trainers? Because from what I've heard, like the one problem Heart Gold Soul Silver had, I believe, at least from what I've heard, is that like there weren't enough just overworld trainers where you didn't have to grind. That's a good one, Sharon, but I'm not going to read that out loud. So, still give you a thumbs up for solid Pokepun, but I'm just not going to read that one. Yes, we're also now 10 away from halfway to full odds, so that's kind of cool. Retracting message. I mean, I was gonna leave it, but I just wasn't gonna read it out loud. Man, we're almost to 4096, which is, you know, half odds in Fire Red, Leaf Green, and everything up through Gen 5, and then it's full odds once you're in Gen 6 and 7. What they did, buff trainers, level jumps, harder gym leaders. Okay, so they didn't, like, make it harder for you to level up, they just made it where you needed to do some more. I got you. Glad to hear it at least ended well. I don't know, like, may not have went well, but it ended well, you know? You finished it. You didn't lose. Didn't read it. Should have just kept your big mouth shut. Ah, thought you were almost gonna be like actually very upset there, but nah. Solid pun. When you were at work a few years ago, a chef told you, Matt, there's a leak next to the kitchen door. Little do you realize it was a vegetable. Ah, there you go. got a mop bucket and everything. Oh boy. I can just picture like that chef sitting there watching you, waiting and just snickering behind like some corner, just waiting for you to realize that it was all a joke. That's actually pretty funny. Shiny Typhlosion barely made it. Dang, you did a Shiny Typhlosion. I'm glad that it didn't lose. I think the team that survived on yours was a Typhlosion and your Shiny Ho-Oh and Shiny Fur. Oh, was it like entirely shiny? Dang, I'm glad to see they at least made it. That would have been awful if, like, at the end of it, they, like, you made it all that way and then, like, you know, right before the 8th gym or just after the 8th gym, it's just like, oh, well, whoops. He did, I mean, I don't see how anyone would be able to set like a joke like that up and then not watch for the outcome. Don't worry if I don't get the shiny. There's no shame in not getting it. Shame in not getting it today. Yeah, definitely not any shame in it. We've already been going 20 plus days on this, so what's another day of unsuccessful hunting? I just like to get to the point where we can do some newer hunts and do some hunts that are a bit more forgiving. Oh, it's a shiny lock. Okay. Well, dang, I'm glad that it didn't, like, end terribly for you. Until this day, put a smile on your face. There you go. As long as you can, like, laugh at it, that's always good. It stinks when you, like, make a joke or, like, pull a joke on someone or a prank or something. Like, an actual prank. Not, like, some of the pranks you see on YouTube, but like an actual, like, you know, prank, lighthearted prank, like saying there's a leak by the door, that kind of thing. It's always great when it's always terrible when someone takes it like the wrong way and actually gets upset by it. But it's always like you do that hoping to eventually like laugh at them for a second and then hope that you start laughing with them, you know. I'm not gonna write you a love song. I mean, I didn't expect one. But now that I know it's completely impossible, kinda hurts. Nah. It's all good. Nah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to do that. It's not like I wanted you to or anything. Kakuna Matata, or Kakuna Rattata, even though that like changes up the sound. Halfway to full odds, I know, X-Rider, I know. We are like 2 encounters away from that now. We gotta get to 4096, and we will be like legitimately halfway to full odds, which is kinda crazy. Looking these up. I mean, I haven't heard a lot of them before. Alright guys. 4095, then 4096, as random of numbers it may be, will be the special one. We're almost to 4100, so we've already gotten through about 150 this stream. Or we're like at 147 or something at this point. So maybe we'll get to 4150-ish, probably somewhere between 4125 and 4150 tonight. No shame in saying that. Exactly, yeah. No, I haven't seen him. I remember when OGs just, like, filled the chat with him. He had looked up, like, at least half of them. What's the longest shiny hunt I've done? The longest shiny hunt I've done is Treecko. The longest hunt aside from Treecko was 9,300 soft resets. The longest hunt aside from Treecko that I've done was an SOS chain for a young goose in my copy of Sun, and that went to 1,600 encounters, which is nothing compared to this hunt or compared to Treecko. But yeah, so it was like 1,600 encounters. It took like a week of me playing and about 24 hours in the game of a hunt. But I got it finally, and then the game rewarded me with a random encounter pick-a-peck, like literally the next encounter, as well as a 32 chain for a young goose. which was previously my shortest encounter until we got Poochyena. So both of my extremes have happened on the stream, which is pretty awesome. How do you get a Pikachu on a bus? You Pokemon a... So yeah, like, these hunts have definitely helped me appreciate SOS chaining so much more, and just the general better odds in Gen 7. Is that in Sun and Moon? Yes, it was in, like, specifically it was in my copy of Sun. Yungoos is, like, basically the Rattata clone of Sun. It's, like, the generic rodent Pokemon at the beginning. Yeah, so... And then SOS chaining, if you don't know, is where, like, Pokemon can call for help in Sun and Moon. Like, when they're super hurt and, like, super intimidated, they can start calling for help. Which, when they call in for help, they'll get a second Pokemon to appear. And once they've called in for help, and you've kept that chain going, where, like, you have, like, for example, in my case, a Yungoos there for so many encounters, in my case, you know, once you've had a Yungoos there for about, like, 70 encounters, and it's called for help that many times in a row, your odds for getting a shiny increase significantly. Remember when you found a random shiny? You remember when you found a random shiny Yungoos while completing the Alolan Pokédex? Awesome! Yeah, that's when I found my Kangaskhan. Was I just needed a Cubone for my... I guess it wasn't completely a Alolan Dex. It was just a complete my living Dex. I'd already got like I'd already filled up my I'd already filled up the actual Pokédex. But I needed to catch a Cubone, so I was just going after a Cubone. Ran into the Volcano Park. Found a Cubone. Was trying to, like, false swiped it through Pokeball. It broke out, and then from there, it called for help, and I was like, "Dang it! Why did you? That's gonna be a pain in the butt." And a Kangaskhan fell in, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I realized that for a second, I was like, "Wait a minute, that's a different color." And then the Sparkle appeared, and I was like, "Well, forget you, Cubone. I'm gonna find another one of you someday. You could have not been KO'd. You could have been thrown in a PC to never be touched again if it hadn't been for that." Well, yeah, that was a pretty fun hunt. Or not really fun hunt, but a fun experience. The reason all the Pokemon professors are named after trees is because they help you embark on your journey. That's pretty clever. Oh, what's up, Broncos? Welcome back. Glad you were here for like the last 20-ish minutes of the stream. A new Ultra Sun and Moon trailer just came out, but on the Japanese Pokemon channel. Yeah, I mean, we may get one soon then. I'm kind of, like, salty that, in a little bit, that, like, the trailers are different. You know, like, in one sense, I'm like, dang it, give us the same trailer with, like, translations and stuff. But on the other hand, it's like, now we get we don't get, like, double the information. A lot of it's the same, but we get, like, different information, and we get, like, multiple trailers basically released at once. I mean, for the most part, like, a lot of the stuff you're looking at is going to be visual anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you can't read the text. Am I doing Emerald Tree tomorrow? Yes, that is the plan, is to go for probably either Nincada or Whismur. Let me know in the chat, guys, if which one of those you want. I think those are the two we're kind of going after. Pros for Whismur is one of, like, the Pokemon I really like from Gen 3. That whole line's kind of cool to me. The cave it's found in is, you know, pretty much solely Whismur, so if we go after a Whismur, we're gonna get a Whismur if that's what we get. The benefits in Nincada is that it's, like, it has, like, that unique ability where when it evolves, if it has an empty space in the party, you basically end up with 2 shinies. The cons to it are, you know, the exact opposite of Whismur's Pro, where it's like, oh, you know, it's, you know, more likely that we run into a Pokemon that's not Whismur, the same way that we got Poochyena instead of Ralts. Nincada, alright, Matthew. Well, we have 1 vote for a Nincada. Please don't curse or swear on the stream. This is just a reminder. That kind of stuff is unacceptable. There we go. Way to add a PSA into the pun. It's not a different trailer you get to ride. Probably should not say you want to spoil it for you guys. I mean, if you're talking about the Mantine trailer, they released that a while ago. That one's overrated. Ninkeda's? Ninkeda's your favorite bug Pokemon. That's cool. Yes, like, I mean, the only thing I really like about Ninkeda, personally, is that whole... Even though I wouldn't count it as another shiny, like, we could theoretically go, oh, hey, look, we got our third shiny, guys. We can go battle... Or, we, you know, our next shiny and the one after that, we can go battle Watson immediately now. That would be boring. That would kind of defeat the purpose of the hunts. Like, that's the one cool thing about it. So, Adam, you are saying Whismur. Alright. Alright. I mean, my vote, personally, I will go ahead and say is already towards Whismur. Because, you know, like I said, the reason that it's even in the vote is because it's one of the ones I really like. It came out like 10 minutes ago. I'll have to check it out then. I'll have to check it out. I probably can't right after the stream. I have some plans. So, some point early on, or not early on, but like later tonight or tomorrow, I'll do it. If you're a smart Pokemon trainer, you'll hunt for the easier shiny. Yeah, that's why I said it was a pro. That's why I said it was a pro. But, like, I like involving you guys, and I'd rather... It's not a matter of, like, it's going to be easier to get that shiny, or it's going to be easier to get a shiny if we go after Whismur. It's just a matter of knowing what we're going to get as a shiny, because, you know, theoretically, we could catch anything that's in the grass patches that have Ninkeda, and I'd call it successful. That'd be enough to move on. Otherwise, you know, we would have ignored Poochyena and kept going for Ralts, which would have been stupid. Oh, you're talking about the punt. Okay. Bug Ghost, so epic. I mean, yeah, like, it's a cool Pokemon. It is definitely a cool Pokemon. I just, you know... If I want to actually, like, hunt for something in the wild and catch that thing in the wild, granted, it would happen eventually. So we'll see. You know, it depends on if other people speak up and voice their opinions on that, as well as just what I can make the assets for most easily. Because I really don't have time to do it tonight. It'd be something I have to, like, do tomorrow between getting out of class and stream starting. But pretty much those two Pokemon are the only ones that, like, people are really mentioning that are in the area we're in right now. Pokemon Battle in the chat. How would that one work? What I don't understand is that you would catch a Gallade for it. Still with the puns, I was like... I thought you were, like, actually bringing a point up, and I was gonna be like, but Gallade's not even in this game. You got me. You got me. Alright guys, so I think we're gonna go until 41:25 here. That'll get us probably super close to 7 o'clock, to the end of the stream at 2 hours. You summoned White Hand, and it's on my shoulder. Again, Matthew. That's just a thing for you, Rick Ghastly. Oh boy, someone's now gonna make the entire someone's gonna rickroll people entirely of Pokemon puns now. Can't pay Leaf, it's not butter. Again, Sharon, good one. just you wait till Lavender Town. Oh boy, yeah, that's where I'll pick up my own at some point. Just like eventually show up in the camera, specifically for like me. Like I'll be like freaking, I'll be like, what's that? And you guys will be like, I don't see anything. Unless everyone gets one, in which case we're all just kind of screwed. Please no, Sharon. Oh yeah, the white hand. That's gonna be like a thing now, isn't it? And, like, I feel like that's implying that it hasn't been a thing already for like a week. 4114 is the one? Well, unfortunately it wasn't, Alan. Sadly, it was not the one. Maybe 4115 will be, though. You guys just want to see that new movie? Well, what new movie? I honestly don't even know what's out in theaters right now. Like, the last movie I saw in theaters was when I saw Baby Driver for a second time. I think before that was when I saw Baby Driver for the first time. Or no, it was actually Dunkirk. It was Baby Driver, Dunkirk, and then Baby Driver again. Also, the stream quality is looking kind of bleh. Hopefully it doesn't stay bad. Or hopefully it doesn't die before the end of the stream. Got the absolute worst Pokemon. Just wait for OGs to get back in here at some point. He had some pretty top-notch ones most of the time. Thanks to your doctor. Your hip no longer hurts. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry, it's all good, Matthew. It's fine. Starting the joke of the white hand. Can I write you a poem? I mean, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the stream right now, guys. Like, I want to almost reset my internet, but that's gonna kill the stream. And right now, it's I don't know. Hopefully, it stays good enough to last through the next 10-ish encounters. And actually check the Pokemon. I'm staring at the bitrate of the stream, which is why I've gone into the nickname thing and didn't check the Pokemon that time. How can I read the Japanese? I've been learning Japanese. Most of these menus, I just know they're muscle memory at this point. I'm not even reading the text right now. The same way I didn't really read the text with Treecko. I read it the first time. So the very first Charmander stream, you'll see me kind of struggling through to make sure that I'm hitting the right things. But then once I get up through that point, I really don't need it. It's good for you? That is good. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be on my end then. The boys are back in town. You're from, don't kill the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna try to not kill the stream. I don't know. It's just being really flaky. It's being really flaky right now on my end in terms of showing me the bitrate. It seems to have fixed itself. So hopefully it'll stay good for the next six-ish encounters. The new Yusum trailer is awesome. I have to watch it. I know, I need to watch it at some point. I can't watch it immediately after the stream, but I'll try to watch it either later tonight or tomorrow. This is good. I can't believe it's butter-free. Yeah, so most of these menus, when it comes to the Japanese, I don't... most of the menus are laid out the same as Emerald anyways, so getting into the Pokemon menu is not going to be difficult no matter what. You know it's the top one until you get a Pokedex. Stuff like that. Stuff like that makes it pretty easy. Obviously, if you play the game before, you know this menu is picking your Pokemon. This next one's the only one that would, potentially be confusing, but I can read Japanese, so I know that I'm trying to point to it, but the first word on the bottom line is nickname, so I know that's asking me to nickname the Pokemon, and obviously I've accidentally gone into it. And then here is just that top Benny's Pokemon, and then Summary's the first one. And from there I just look at the picture of the Charmander. Oh, yeah, nope. See, I'm starting to be more careful because of that, Matthew. Like, that one got me. That one did indeed get me the other day. So it's like, no, I'm gonna play it safe. Not that, like, you know, the one you did try to pull is, like, fairly common anyway. I saw it and was like, what? I was like, okay. Like, I picked up, like, I got confused just in general because of your comment. I was like, wait a minute. And then I read it and, like, read the sound in my head and I was like, no, I'm gonna not say that. When's the stream ending? We're going to encounter 4125 here with Charmander, so pretty soon. We're in the last 10 minutes of the stream anyway, and I'd rather end on an even number, you know? So we're going to go to 4125 here, and then we're going to do our Bulbasaur and call it, because I don't want the stream to just die. And, you know, if I go out to the point where, like, if the stream dies within, like, a minute of me intending to end it, it's kind of weird to bring the stream back just to say bye and then head out, you know? Alright guys, so here's our last Charmander encounter of the night. That would be super awesome if we ended it on a shiny. That'd be like the best way to end the stream, I think. So we're going to end with this Charmander, and then we'll do our or not end with the Charmander, we'll finish this Charmander, and then we'll end with our Bulbasaur like usual. Since it's ending soon, good evening everyone, you gotta get to. Alright, Sharon, alright, well, I'm glad you're able to stay for most of the stream, and like, we're about to end here. So let's see, moment of truth, guys. Do we get Charmander this stream or do we keep going tomorrow? I guess not tomorrow, but we do have to keep going for this Charmander at some point, guys. So let's go ahead and do that Bulbasaur encounter. First, let me take a selfie. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, guys. Here we go. Time for that Bulbasaur. Good luck with Bulbasaur. Well, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Hopefully we can get super lucky here and get Bulbasaur. Like, granted, it would be kind of awkward. It's like, oh, shiny Charmander hunts for 20 plus days, and then, oh, we got a Bulbasaur, guys. But hey, it could happen. It did not, though. It did not. So at some point, not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be moving on to something Gen 3. I still have to decide. So until we will be back on hunting tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we'll be back on hunting tomorrow. We won't be doing Charmander, though, just because, like I said, we'll be in Emerald. But again, we'll be on tomorrow, and until then, guys, take care.